1,000 miles lay between Antelas and two cities. Aboard a colossal, it meant a week's ride. A horse, a month. So when the underwater archduchy came crashing down on us, you can guess why we didn't ride north to our liege the king. Even if he responded at once. And that's a generous if. His army would arrive long after we were corpses. Hence the need for lords. It's difficult to pinpoint when all this began. Maybe it's just human nature. After all, the herd will always flock to the strongest. And back then, the strongest tended to be landowners, who offered protection in return for labour. These landowners would in turn pledge themselves to greater landowners, and they to greater ones, until finally we had kings. And what began as a social contract between followers and leaders became law, with lands and titles that could be inherited, exchanged, and offered as a reward. My grandmother was one of the few lowborns to have lands bestowed upon her. A florist by trade, she helped King Emmet escape the wrath of his uncle's army. A risky gamble, as any betting man would wager that Emmet would lose the Civil War. But fate would have him win. He named my grandmother the Lady of Aurillac, elevating her and her successors from dirt to a stone, upon which the pillars of the Aurelian crown sat upon. Now we, alongside the Morans of Padua, the Colmeres of Brach, and the Orlans of Shorn Island, serve the Duke of Laurentia, a direct vassal of the crown. A middleman, so to say.
Most houses have a coat of arms, a charge they print on their shield or sew into flags. Often their symbol of pride, but more practically they distinguish levy from levy. Speaking of which, most houses have levies, men they can summon in times of war. The smallest baronies can muster a dozen, the Cordelises can squeeze 24,000, the king, 500,000. And finally, most houses have a head to lead them, an heir to succeed them, and ideally spares. Naturally, spares tend to have a great deal more freedom than heirs. That, or they're guided into pursuits that serve the house in other ways. There enter the warriors, who aid their siblings in warfare, the stewards who collect taxes, the mages who study of magic, and most illustrious of all, the dolls, whose duty it is to capture the hearts of common folk and nobles alike through their art. One of my childhood idols was a doll. She came to sing at the opera house when I was but 5. Since then, I dreamed of becoming a singer. At first, my family humoured the dream, even hired me a tutor. But once I treated it like a trade, the mood shifted. I pointed to the dolls as proof I could serve the house, but my father would have none of it. He wanted me to inherit Aurillac, and he would make me compliant through any means. I ran away, turned 16. My father never sent anyone to fetch me. Perhaps he thought my younger brother better suited. He might be right. Though in truth, I doubt qualification through bloodline will remain much longer. Trains have made centralization inevitable. Whispering stones allow us to speak a world away. And my time amongst the common folk has taught me just how unpopular the aristocracy is today. The system which has persisted since the dawn of time may be drawing its final breath. It's only a matter of time before the burghers turn us into figureheads. And when that day comes, I plan to be on the sidelines as a mere minstrel doing just fine. Now, what will you do in this new world?